Beautiful day in Ohio. I'm at Horns Hill, and this is my brand new Trek 9.8 Gen 3 AXS AXS bike. I just picked this up yesterday from my good buddy Matt at the Trek Factory store in Kettering, Ohio. I had the 9.7 I'd picked up from Matt a couple years ago, and I've been going back and forth. Should I upgrade? Should I get the new chassis with the bigger battery? And finally I did it. These things are on sale, so it's a hard deal to pass up. But I've been riding it about a half hour here at Horns Hill today, just getting used to them again. It's been a while since I've ridden over here, plus this bike, it's brand new to me. It's got the ZEB fork on it and the Rockshox Super Deluxe Ultimate with the through shaft in it. I didn't even have time to put my pedals on it. Just brought it straight over here because I wanted to play in the hill. It's got the Team SE5 rear tire. I think it's the SE6 front tire. Bars are carbon, the Bontrager carbons. I haven't messed with those at all. It's got the Bosch Performance CX motor. And like I said, it's got electric shifting. The GX with electric shifting. First time I've had electric shifting on a mountain bike. It's kind of cool. The controller is a little different up here. It takes a little bit of getting used to, pushing the buttons here and that. And I also hooked it up to the Bosch eFlow app so that I could tune it, which is kind of cool because you can go into the ride modes and there's an assistant. You can dial that up. I can make it a little bit more jumpy when I push on the pedals. Can't change max speed or anything like that, and I can reset, and it resets each of the modes. I can dial them the way I want. E, Tour Plus, Eco. It's kind of cool to be able to mess with that. And but let's take it down the trail, because this one, it's a large. I had an XL in my Gen 2 that had the 630 battery. This has the big 750, so this thing is so much more beefy right in through here. It's got a little bit longer reach for a large. I think my other one was 493, and I think this is about 490, and it still has that character that I really liked in my other rail, and that it rolls so easy. 29-inch wheels on it. But the bike, I'm mostly a moto guy, but the bike has just a more stout feel to it compared to my Gen 3. There's just a stiffer feel overall to it. I'm 106'2", 190 pounds, and I can flex the bikes a little bit, not hitting anything too hard, but it just has a little more substantial feel. And the shifting, this push button shifting, I have it on my road bike, and it's kind of cool. This is the first time I've ridden it on a mountain bike, so it's a little bit to get used to. Just a different way when you're pushing on stuff. Yeah, this thing just floats. I love the carbon bars. Get a little more comfort, kind of bump absorption. Just has like a firmer feel. Like when you land, I put all the suspension settings to the stock just to kind of just go by what they recommended, and they're probably a little firmer than I'd run, but I just wanted to ride it a little bit in the way they kind of directed, or how it came from Trek. Just floats on the jump, so nice. Motor has that little tiny Bosch kind of whine, but whoa, nothing honestly, the rattle portion of it's pretty good. I think it's brand new. It's only got a couple miles on it so far. But the turbo mode is nice. And now with 750 watt battery, I don't have to worry about ever running out of juice. All right, Trek Rail Gen 3 9.8. It's got the Kodar brakes. This rear one's a little mushy right now, so that's one thing I've noticed on the first ride today. I'll have to go bleed that, but the ZEB forks, they got plenty of hold up there. Same with the shock and the Rockshox Super Ultimate Deluxe. You got all kinds of high speed, low speed, rebound, and forks have a lot of clickers with the charger. But I think it's similar to what I felt last fall when I rode this back to back with my Gen 3. This is so much beefier. The bike just has a stouter feel when you're going over the bumps, and I don't call it harsh, it just feels firmer. Now, like I said, I may dial the pressure back a little bit, 190 pounds, 6'2". I could run it a little softer because I'm not doing any big jumps or anything crazy like that, just riding around. But it's got plenty of absorption. It feels stable. It's a large. I think the reach is close to 490, so it's got plenty of room for me. I like that, but it doesn't feel big. This new one's got a little straighter up down seat, so it's a little nicer on the climbs. I think my other Gen 2 stuck back a little bit further, but the other stuff is very similar, just a stronger feel. And man, this is a big, heavy battery. It lost a little bit of that acoustic, e-bike that feels like acoustic bike feel, but the bike has so much power, it probably doesn't really matter compared to the Gen 2. I like my Gen 2 a bunch, but my buddy has it now and he's enjoying it, so I'll start comparing this back to back with my Taser and my Kenevo and taking on more rides. But the initial ride, 2 big thumbs up for the Trek Rail Gen 3 AXS, the auto shifting at Horns Hill.